Hi friends. New format today. I'm actually talking to you for once. I got to thinking about it and I thought maybe it's not that exciting to just watch someone put makeup on their face. Maybe it is. I don't know. If it is, feel free to mute this and just watch that part of it. There's a tiny little bug in here that is really getting on my nerves. So I have a couple of things that I got in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus for October that I wanted to give a try. I've got an eyeshadow palette, I've got a blush and highlighter combo, and I've got an eyeshadow primer that I'm gonna try out and see what we think. I do have a full face that we're gonna do, but those are the main things that I wanna give first impressions on. And let me preface this by saying I am not at all a makeup artist. I don't even consider myself to be good at makeup. So if you are like me and don't really know what you're doing but enjoy the playing with it part of things, this is probably the channel for you because I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I have some other ideas for some other videos that I'm going to do that I'm not going to tell you about yet just because. So let me go ahead and move you in so that you can see a little bit better and get my hair pulled back out of my face, and we'll dig in on it and see how this goes. Okay, so nice and close. Hello. So I already have skincare and primer on. I used the Jecca Black Hydrate primer that I got in a BoxyCharm. I have gone back and forth between Ipsy and BoxyCharm. I've had more trouble with customer service for BoxyCharm than I have with Ipsy, so Ipsy currently gets my money. For now, that will probably change. I do get bored really easily with things like that, and I also have way too much stuff anyway. So let's start with this eye primer. This is from M2U NYC, their eye primer. Pretty standard eye primer. It has a little doe foot applicator, and we're gonna put this on my eyes and we're gonna do the thing and put the stuff on there as well. You can probably hear my cat in the background. That is Cleo. She's hyperthyroid. She doesn't realize how often she yells. We'll blend this out. It's in my hair. So I honestly really 100% do not know what I'm doing. I watch a few folks on YouTube just because I find them interesting, and I just sort of copy some of the techniques that I see on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, and see what works and see what doesn't. I have crepey skin on my eyelids, so a lot of eyeshadow looks are hard for me to duplicate if they are not being done by people who also have extra crepey skin on their eyelids. I have started trying to play with cut crease. I'm not very good at it. I can't get it even, but that's okay. Part of that is because this eyelid is droopier than this eyelid. Welcome to being a human, right? We expect ourselves to be symmetrical, and we are not. My allergies are also acting up, so I have this lovely red puffy stuff happening. Okay, so let's get into the eyeshadow palette. This is the Viseart Petit Pro Un. I'm assuming they have more than 3 because I also have the Trois. It is, I take this little thingy off of here, pretty neutral, very me. I like these colors muchly. They are not intimidating to me like some of the others that I have. I'm intimidated by color. I'm not ashamed to admit that. So, do these have shade names? They do not. Okay, so let's start with this guy right here. Nice neutral, sort of cool toned brown. I'm gonna use that in crease / transition. I'm using these words like I know what they actually mean. I kind of sort of do. Now I notice a lot of times that things look patchy on camera, but they don't look patchy in real life. This is actually blending out really nicely, which is not a surprise for Viseart. I do very much love their Petit Pro Trois. it is a little exciting for me for everyday use. Yeah, this is good stuff. I like this. It looks a little powdery in the pan. I haven't decided yet if that's a good thing or a bad thing for me. I have heard others talk about how that happens sometimes with higher pigment versus filler, I guess, the other stuff that they put in there to make the formula perform a certain way. So I don't know if that means that this is higher pigment, but I do like the texture of the formulas that I've gotten from Viseart. I'm gonna go into this deeper shade right here, sort of auburny. And let's do that in the crease and the outer corner-ish. My eyes have been watering a lot lately as well because of allergies, which is super fun. I'm looking forward to winter when everything is dead and it can't pollen at me anymore, because that is definitely impacting my makeup wearing. I don't wear makeup every single day. I should probably mute that, actually. So those emails. Anyway, I don't wear makeup every day. It entirely depends on what I'm doing that day and how late I accidentally sleep. If I have a reason to sleep a little bit later and forego makeup, that is 100% what I'm gonna do. I am not one of those people that is not gonna leave the house without at least something on. I have spent so much of my life not wearing makeup that it really doesn't bother me to leave the house without anything on my face. I do almost always do the entire skincare routine every morning, unless I have accidentally overslept more than I intended to, more than gives me the wiggle room to get the places that I need to go. That doesn't happen very often, thankfully, because I also have to feed the cats. That's looking actually pretty okay. A little patchy. That's probably because my eye is watering. Yeah, that blends out okay. Let's see. So I want to try this light champagne-y sort of color all over the lid. I think that's too dark for me for like an inner corner highlight, which is impressive. It's really impressive when there's one that's light enough for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go into this coppery color in the middle first, like the center of my eyelid, and we'll do like a faded together, there's a word for it that I can't think of, ombre type? I don't know. Sure, that sounds good. Pretty much just going right down the center of my eyelid. That's really pretty. What I've liked a lot so far about Viseart is that the two palettes that I have, including this one I'm noticing as I'm using it for the first time, the color in the pan is the color that ends up on your face. So there's no surprises that I've noticed where, you know, you're expecting it to be sort of plummy or whatever, and you put it on your face and it turns more blue for some reason. As a person who is intimidated by color, that is a thing that I do not enjoy. And I forgot my color switch. I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so next I am gonna go into that lightest champagne-y color. Damn. Okay, klutz. So this lightest champagne-y, shimmery color. I'm gonna be honest, I can't tell the difference between satin, shimmer, foil. I can tell the difference with pressed glitter. Progress, I I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is probably satin just because it doesn't have big sparkles. It has sheen, but not sparkle, if that makes any sense. It's really pretty. I would totally use this one as a one and done all over. Don't have to think about it at all. Color. Because it's definitely there, but not a lot, I guess. I don't know if other people do this, but I have to anchor my hand when I'm doing anything on my eyes, like set it on my chin or something so that I don't know, my hand doesn't float away or something. I don't know. It just feels more stable. I don't know if other people do that, but I definitely do that. That's part of the reason that I almost always do my eyes first, that and Fallout. Where the stabilizing is concerned, if I'm doing complexion makeup and I already have complexion makeup on, and I want fingerprints and stuff on my chin for some reason. I'm gonna go back into that medium color that I've got on the middle of my lid and sort of blend all of that together. And then I'll probably go back and add some more. I like eyeshadows that are not super pigmented so that I can build them up to a level that I'm comfortable with, being a person who's intimidated by color. It's really hard for me sometimes, and when I say sometimes, I actually mean all the time, to do a colorful look that has something that is not brown or like pink, which is funny because I don't wear pink in general. That's a whole story. But it is a comfortable color for me to wear on my face. Eyeshadows, blushes, whatever. It's native to my skin, and so it doesn't feel like color. It doesn't feel like I'm doing a super dramatic look, if that makes any sense. I tend to stay in the neutrals, the nudes and the neutrals. So I really like that. I think that blended out really nicely. It's got a little bit of shine to it, but nothing super, super sparkly that I can tell, which I like. I do also like really sparkly things. I'm gonna do eyeliner next. This is stuff, oh crap, come back. Where did you go? This is a duo that I think I got from Ipsy. It's from Girlactic. It's a brown, the color is brown noir, and it says specifically, do not store tip up. So I'm glad I stored this puppy on its side. It's a liquid eyeliner felt tip, typical type of deal. And it came with a, this is actually not the one that I thought I grabbed, but that's okay. This is from Maybelline. It's the Unstoppable Eyeliner in Cinnabar. It's also brown. It is this kind, whatever this is, like, not gel, it's like a crayon, whatever. Whatever this is, the kind that you roll up and then you put it on your face, that's what that is. I start with the wing because I always mess that up first. And I have learned that shaking liquid eyeliner felt tip pens is a thing that makes it work better. I've got a mirror, so I'm not gonna look at you while I do this. I'm gonna look at my face. So I start usually, okay, now that is really pretty, gotta say. I start with the flick when I'm doing a wing. And this guy is being super skippy today, but that's okay. So I'll do the flick on both sides so that I can make sure they're pointing the same direction. Ish, that works. And then I'll do the top and connect it. And I don't want a super big, ginormous, bold thing happening on this one. Nice. And then I'll do this one. Yeah, sure. Close enough. I like it. Wings are really hard. I am surprised that that went as well as it did, actually. I'm gonna go to the gel crayon retractable thing from Maybelline. This is Cinnabar. I'm just gonna finish lining with that. I can get it to show up. There we go. I try really hard to not pull on my eyelids to make them flat-ish, not flat, but like sturdy, not as wrinkly. Okay, this thing needs to be warmed up, I guess. Just warming it up on my hand. That should make a difference, hopefully. We'll see. Take two. Yeah, that's better. Back in the day, when I was in high school and really didn't know anything about makeup, it's like pull your eyelid over to the side and get a nice straight line, and then your skin would go back to where it normally is, and it'd be not a straight line. I try really hard not to do that, but as I get older and my skin gets looser and crepier, sometimes that's really hard to do. This is the eye that always does not go according to plan. All right, we're doing it. Sure. Why not? Looks good. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna touch up the wing over here. My leaky eyes. Doing great. Okay. Cool. So that's done. Let's do complexion. I'll do the bottom lower lid thing. I'm going to use, oh God, I did it. I started rubbing. I'm going to use my Studio Makeup Tinted Moisturizer. This is in the color Oat. This was in my very first BoxyCharm. It was the one thing that I was allowed to choose in that one. I don't always, like rarely when I leave my house, wear complexion makeup. I just can't be bothered. I don't have the time. I don't have the emotional fortitude to do all of that. I always do it in videos because it looks better and it really does even out my skin tone, which is nice. But I just always can't be bothered. I like this tinted moisturizer. I tend to go more for tinted moisturizers, BB creams, CC creams, stuff that's lightweight that I can't see on my skin because it feels and looks like I'm not wearing makeup, and that makes me feel better about wearing makeup for some reason. I have some issues I need to work through, obviously. I like this stuff. It smells like coconuts. Like the fake coconuts, not like actual coconuts. Does it have, it doesn't have any ingredients on it. That's cool. It has hyaluronic acid in it. That's all it tells me though. It smells like a beach vacation, which is nice. Jeez, with the leakage. Doing great. All right. Same goes with concealer. I don't do concealer most of the time. It feels like it looks cakey. It probably doesn't. I'm just not used to seeing myself in that. So I really only do that when I'm doing a video because I know that you can't tell in the video that it looks as cakey as it feels like it looks. This is from Tarte. Got this in a BoxyCharm, I think. The Shape Tape Glow Wand. I think this is technically supposed to be a highlighter. It's in the color Sunbeam. It looks like it's a pretty good match. I use this as under eye concealer. I'm probably not supposed to. That's probably not what it's for, but it does feel really hydrating. It doesn't look to me like it sits on my skin the same way that a concealer would, meaning it gives me like no coverage. And that's totally okay, because then it doesn't feel or look to me like I'm wearing tons and tons of makeup. But it does sort of brighten my under eyes. It moisturizes them, makes them feel less dry, slightly less puffy. See, that really didn't do anything. That's fine. This is fine. I did things to it, which means I have completed that step. Okay, next, setting powder. Little sample of IT Cosmetics by Pores pressed powder. This is in translucent. Yes, translucent. I'm not a baker. I tried once. It looked really dumb to me and felt super uncomfortable. I do like to set my under eyes if I'm wearing anything on them because it doesn't crease as badly, I guess. I don't know. It does add a little bit of coverage without looking cakey to me. And I don't tend toward dry skin anyway. I do have normal to dry. I get dry in the winter, but not usually. Just whenever. What am I doing? Under eye. That's what we're doing. Let's do it. My nose is running. So I'm going to, let's start darkest to lightest. So starting with that auburnish, reddish, brownish color, same brush that I was using before. That's what I'm gonna do, just a little bit. And just in the outer part of the under eye to pull all of that together. Same thing on the other side. Not going more than like halfway with this one. And then I'll go into the camelish taupish color and blend that in as well. I usually just make a muddy mess under my eyes and I call that done. Oh shit. Okay. And then we'll take that sparkly satin, whatever this is, champagne-y color. I wish they had names. That would be cool. Do they? They don't. No. I feel like I looked at that before. So I'm gonna take that on a little pencil brush type of thing, and we'll do that in my inner corner, which I will promptly lose as soon as my eye starts watering again, because allergies. I think ragweed is high right now. If it has pollen or spores or dander, I'm allergic to it. I know I'm not the only one. Allergy sufferers unite. Achoo. So we are selling our house. We had a contractor come in for the buyers. That's not showing up at all. This morning to do their inspection. I hope that goes through. So my life might be getting really busy all of a sudden. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Okay, that's a little better. All right, cool. Eyebrows. I'm gonna buzz through eyebrows. This is the Item Beauty Brow Chow Ultra Fine Brow Definer. I don't like the little brush, the little toothbrush on the end. I prefer spoolies for my eyebrows. which I don't have right now, but that's okay. We'll make it up as we go. I'm not sure what exactly to do with this little triangle shape thing. I'm assuming, I've used this a few times. The color's really good. I assume that like I go with the point of the triangle going in the direction that I'm moving. I don't know if that's right, but that makes it look less messy to me. So that's what I try to do. I also try to go really lightly. Oh, and I'm gonna have to use that little toothbrush because I didn't bring a spoolie back here. I try to go really lightly. I don't have good eyebrows, I don't think. And I also, that fear of color, again, it doesn't look good to me when they look drawn on. It looks fine on other people, but not on me. I feel like this is slightly too warm for my skin tone, but I have it, so I use it. That's the stage that I'm in my makeup ownership. I also need to make a decision on whether I'm going to continue plucking myself or if I'm going to try that whole waxing thing. I really want to get my eyebrows threaded at some point as well. I don't really know why. I just think that sounds like an interesting process. Okay, we'll use this little toothbrush. Eat. I try to knock over everything on my table. I mean, it does the job. It just doesn't. So, okay. I don't mind at all how the little toothbrush interacts with the product. I don't like what it does with my eyebrow hairs, which is like nothing. It does nothing, and that's why I don't like it, I guess. I don't know. It's not my favorite eyebrow pencil accompaniment. And I always, on this eyebrow only, I always blend it outside of my eyebrow. That looks halfway decent. Okay, gel. We are Fluide Browzey brow gel. It's clear. I don't know that it has a color. It does have a color. It's clear. This is a wetter formula than I like, but again, I have it, so I'm going to use it. It does the job. It separates the brow hairs. It lifts them. It doesn't do a super fantastic job of holding them up, and it does look wet until it dries, which is not my favorite, but that's okay. It's fine. Yeah, I really need to do something about my eyebrows. Ew. Okay, cool, that's done. All right, next thing that I wanted to try out. I got a duo blush / highlighter combo from Pacifica. This is the Glimmer Shimmer highlighter and blush. I'm assuming the blush is called Glimmer Shimmer and the highlighter is called Firelit. I did use this a little earlier today. I got this, this was, I think, a points buy on Ipsy. It's hard to get into. Matte blush, which I like. The shimmer on the highlighter is a little bit chunky for my taste, but it's not as terrible as some of the others that I have. So I will probably use it. I used to have a hard time with blush too, but I'm getting better about it. It's this interesting phenomenon that I've noticed. I will put blush on in the bathroom before I leave for wherever I'm going and think, wow, that's too much blush. And then I get outside and it's like, wow, where did my blush go? See, that's a cute color. I like this color on me. I think it's quite flattering. I have started trying to learn how to do bronzer, which is going to be my next step. Usually I'll do bronzer before I do blush, but I just got excited. let me go ahead and do bronzer, and then we'll come back to the highlighter. I have Shades by Shan bronzer in Latte. It looks like there's a contour palette. It is a single matte bronzer. I actually really like this. It blends really well. It's super powdery, which I have heard is a good thing for bronzers to be. It blends really well. It's super forgiving. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with bronzer, so that all makes me feel better about trying to use it. And on my forehead. It's funny, I said something about, I don't know what to do with bronzer. And my mom heard me and sent me an Instagram video of one of those hacks where it's like highlighter, lipstick, bronzer, and then you blend it all together. And I was like, there is zero chance that I am doing that, but thanks. And I need more blush. It was cute. That's better. I do really like blush. I know everybody, I'm assuming anyway, has like their favorite thing. I think mine is highlighter. I love highlighter. Speaking of, it's that time. So, Firelit Highlighter. Let's see. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not blinding, which is fine. It does. And that's real texture-y. Okay, maybe I don't like this as much as I thought I did. It accentuates the little texture that I have. I realize that I have been blessed with good skin. I do break out on occasion. And when I say breakout, I mean like 1 or 2 zits. And I am very grateful for that. But as I'm getting older, I don't know if you can see this on camera, there's a lot of texture that's happening here. And I don't know if that's the tinted moisturizer or what. Can't see it from afar, so who cares, right? Okay. What's next? Is that everything? That's like everything except like lips and mascara, right? Yes. Okay, cool. So setting spray. I'm going to use the Watermelon Energizing Facial Spray from Purlisse. I love them. I love everything they do. That is an aggressive spray, but it smells so good. I love everything that they make, everything of theirs that I've tried anyway. And they're not crazy expensive. That is a brand that I would buy with my own money if I ran out of something that I use on a regular basis. Lucky with my skin as well, in the sense that I don't have to have a set skincare routine. Like, my skin doesn't react really horribly when things get switched up. In fact, it does the opposite. If I use one product, my hair does this too. If I use one product for too long, then it'll decide that it doesn't like that anymore. So constantly switching it up seems to do the trick for my skin most of the time. So we've done the setting spray. It's time for mascara. This is the Milk Makeup Kush mascara, little sample. Ipsy, I want to say. I think everything comes from Ipsy, with a few exceptions. I only did Boxy for 6 months, I think. I have some falsies. I don't know how to apply them. That will be a video, I'm sure, at some point. I really like this mascara. I know that there's a lot of gimmick in the hemp infused everything, CBD infused everything. I like the mascara on its own merits. Aside from that, I don't know if it's the wand or if it's the mascara or if it's both of them together. I don't really care. I just really like this mascara. It does smudge on my lower lashes. But aside from that, it doesn't smudge on my top lashes at all. Do I even need mascara on my lower lashes? Yes, I do. And then you can actually see them. My lower lashes are naturally really long, and I'm still looking for a good mascara that doesn't smudge, that doesn't add a whole bunch of volume or length. I just want color. I want to be able to see that I have lashes on my lower lids. Yes, I said that right. Okay, round 2 for the upper. I should probably let these dry in between. I never do. It seems to get less clumpy that way for me. Yeah, I think 2's gonna do it. And then I have a lip. I have 2 of them, actually. Okay, so let's do lip liner, lipstick, and gloss. This is NYX, their lip pencil in mauve. And this is my nude color. When I need a liner, but don't have the color that matches, the lipstick that I'm gonna wear, this is what I use. I am learning to wear lipstick. For a long time, like all I could do was gloss. I couldn't stand anything else. I'm learning, getting used to it. This is Kaja Earhart in Sprung. Total gimmick. 100% fell for it. It's heart shape. Isn't it cute? It's a good color too. Nice nude. Nude, I don't know, sure. Native color to my skin anyway. And it has this strange, like wet powder texture. Is that the thing? Like it feels powdery, but not drying, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It's, I expected it to be thicker and balmier, like a normal lipstick that has lots of wax type texture to it. I'm showing my ignorance here. I have no idea what is in lipstick. This is not like that. It's like a liquid lipstick, but it's in stick form. It's thinner. It goes on smoother. I haven't worn it in a while, but if I remember correctly, it actually dries down like a liquid lipstick does. But it's cute. And then for lip gloss, I have so much sparkle in it, pretty. This is the Lipstick Queen Altered Universe Lip Gloss in the color Meteor Shower. It is New Year's Eve in a lip gloss. And it makes me so happy. I hate that, where your lipstick gets all over the lip gloss wand. Ugh, almost knocked everything over. Okay, cleaning that off. Is there a better way? If there's a better way to put a lip gloss on top of a lipstick that doesn't dry down completely dry, please tell me, because I don't like getting lipstick all over my lip gloss applicator. Anyway, finished look. I feel cute. I do. So, impressions. The blush and highlighter. I like the blush. I like that it's matte. I like that it is forgiving. It doesn't It doesn't look powdery on the skin. It doesn't look dry on the skin. I don't know how long it lasts. First impressions. The highlighter is not my favorite. It adds some texture to me. It makes me feel like this part in particular of my cheek looks old and wrinkled and cracked, and it's not. So that's not my favorite. Yeah, not my favorite. The eyeshadow primer, I don't know how to test these things. I put them on my eyeshadow sticks. I should probably at some point do a comparison where I do one eye with primer and one eye without primer, and then do a wear test throughout the day. My brain did not come up with that plan today, so that's not going to happen in this video. It's not super sticky. It doesn't feel slimy. It also didn't dry down completely matte to where it doesn't do anything and not give your eyeshadow something to stick to. I feel like it canceled out veins and discoloration in my lids just fine. I wasn't really paying attention at the time, so it's fine. The Viseart eyeshadow palette, Petit Pro Un, love it. Love it. It is wearable colors that for someone like me who's intimidated by loud eyeshadow, forward, in your face, obvious, non-neutral eyeshadows. This speaks to that need of mine to keep things natural and native. It does have a purpley shade that I did not try, the plum shade. It has a darker brown that I didn't try. It has a gold that I didn't try. I will try them at some point. I like the formula. I like how they wear as well, if this is formulated the same way as the Petit Pro Trois. Love it. Will get lots of use. It's also a good size for travel. This is not a thing that I'm doing a lot right now, traveling. Not doing that in general right now, so I don't really, I mean, I don't do that a lot anyway. Who am I kidding? But if you are a person who travels, it's a good size to just throw in a little bag with a bunch of other things that are small that you would take with you when you travel. I like how the finished look came together. It's a little patchy on camera. I think that is mostly because my eyes are watering because I'm allergic to everything that's happening outside. So anywho, that is my first impressions of the few makeup items that I got in my Ipsy Glam bag. Plus for October, I do have the mystery bag. The occasion is escaping me right now. But I did order the mystery bag, and that should be here in a couple of days. So maybe I will do an on-camera opening try-on type of deal. In the meantime, I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. If you're not, I hope it gets better for you quickly. And I will see you all in the next one.